Followers who don't want you to make money are like friends who don't want you to grow. So if you started posting on social media, this may happen to you. You grow this audience of people who really appreciate the work that you've done. You've made these videos that have changed their lives forever and they love you. Then you step up as an entrepreneur and you figure out how to make more money from this business. Because if you can make more money, you can provide more value to these people. So you make this product, you release it, you're so excited, you get the first few sales, it's fucking awesome. You know, it's like hype seeing your first ever sales. And that's when you start to see some of these negative comments appear, and a lot of them will get a ton of likes, hundreds, thousands of likes, saying that you're a sellout, that you're a bad person for selling. I can't believe it was all just about money all this time. He's the same as the rest of them are. He's selling this, he's selling that. The same people who said that you saved their lives are now hating on you. Why? Where did you go wrong in building your audience? The secret is that there are two types of viewers. There are buddies and customers. I'll explain to you what these mean, and you'll never have this problem again. Buddies watch content for the parasocial relationship that they can form. Basically, these are the losers, like the 90-something% of viewers, who watch not to actually take any action, but just because they're fucking losers, and so they just consume content, you know, like the masses of people. And they're watching content to basically feel like they're kind of friends with you, like they're brothers with you. They aren't watching it to actually take action and get a result. They're just like little weirdos who just are watching it and being like, oh, he's just like me for real. And these guys kind of prefer more of those videos where you'll be more self-deprecating and more relatable and wholesome. Have you seen this trend recently, like this on Instagram? It's like fitness influencers or personal trainers will post like a video of their physique saying like, oh, here's like, you know, what 8 years of training in the gym looks like, realistic. And it's, you know, they've got like a bit of a shit physique. And the idea is like, oh, hey guys, I'm a fucking little bitch loser like you guys. I've got a shitty physique. See, hee hee hee. The idea that these fucking retards are posting, the reason why they're posting like that is because they think that that kind of content is going to get them views and followers, and it is. But is it going to get them customers? No, it's going to get them buddies who are like, oh, hey, I've been weightlifting for a few years and I look like shit too. Oh, this is so authentic. It's like the self-improvement videos where the guy's like, oh yeah, you know, I'm a fucking loser like you guys and I really struggle to stop masturbating too, like you guys. See, we're all losers. And the losers fucking buddies who are watching it like, oh yes, we're all losers. You attract buddies by positioning yourself in level with them, because if you do show yourself as higher level than them, if you say any of your sort of credentials, your achievements, these kinds of insecure people think it's boasting. So most creators know that there's more buddies out there, so you'll get more views if you post this kind of self-deprecating, like this friendly relationship kind of content where you're like, yeah, you know, I'm really not sure, I'm not that good at this, I don't know, this is just my advice and whatever. Like, you know, you're acting like a little bit of a wholesome little pussy. You'll attract a lot of buddies, you'll get a lot of views and followers, but buddies don't buy. Buddies, since they think they're friends with you, when you try and sell a product, they'll comment shit like, oh, so this was about money all along. And I've seen loads of creators get that kind of comments. And it's like, it's so weird, because it's like, yeah, well, motherfucker, what did you think this was? You think like I'm grinding fucking content to just make you believe we're friends? No, I'm grinding it because it's a fucking business, you dumbass. But the buddies literally think that they are like buddies, like they think that they're your friends. Imagine you met a new guy, you think you're friends, and then he just suddenly tries to sell you something. What's the phrase you would think in your mind? Oh, so this was just about money all this time. He was just trying to sell to me. You'd be hurt by that, right? Do you see how similar that is? Like, if you literally developed a new friendship and that guy tried to sell you something and you realize like he just pretended to be your friend to sell you, you'd be thinking, oh man, it was all just about money for this guy. It was just about, he didn't want to be friends. This is how these people comment on your videos, because they literally have deluded themselves into thinking that they're friends with you. And so when you try and sell, they won't just kind of like not buy the product. That's fine. They will hate on you and tear you down, and then they will leave over to the next buddy attractor creator who has currently not sold to them. These fucking little buddies, like, they'll go around the internet just to the creator who's shit at monetizing, who's afraid of monetizing, who's appealing to these guys. And the moment that creator grows up, which is the natural way of things after like 2 years of posting, of being a cute little faggot saying like, I've got nothing to sell you guys, I've got, every creator's had that little cute stage, I've got nothing to sell you guys, I don't care about the money. Then you realize making money's fun as fuck, and it's like your fucking like duty as a person to make money. When you start doing that, you think that people are going to be happy for you when you're, releasing a product. And these guys will then attack you and then float away to the next guy who's attracting buddies. So it can be quite like a traumatizing incident when you've got all these fans who have said that, that you've changed their life forever. You've gave them so much value, but then when you offer something for sale, it's not just that they don't buy it from you, but they will actively attack you, tear you down, unsubscribe, and move over to the next guy who hasn't sold anything. The other type of follower that you can attract is the customers. These guys, they're not looking for the parasocial gay little relationship with the person on the screen. They know that person on the screen is a real human being, and they know that they're not fucking friends with you. They know that like the person on screen, like they know when they're watching your videos that you don't know they exist. They don't pretend this parasocial relationship exists or whatever. I could tell you so many fucking stories of meeting like the buddies in real life, and the type of like just how hard they are of like, oh bro, like, oh, we're like the same person, you're like my brother and stuff. And it's like, I kind of appreciate it, but it's interesting. The guys who come up to me like that, they're never in my programs. They're like, you've changed my life, you're like my brother. I'm like, motherfucker, like, never in my programs. And always like, it just makes me feel a bit uncomfortable when a guy's like that much like, we're like the same person, bro. Like, oh, they're staring at me across the gym like that, like I'm some fucking hot girl. Compared to when the guy comes up to me and he's like, oh, what's up, Hamza? I'm inside of the program you've got, this paid program or that one or whatever. Those guys always seem so much more just advanced and like mature and like less fucking like needy and everything. So much more. And that's the difference between the buddies and the customers. The customers aren't here to try and pretend to be friends with you. They're here because they wanted some real result in the area that you talk about. So with fitness, they wanted to learn about fitness, and then they wanted to get a better physique. With self-improvement, they wanted to learn about self-improvement and then be able to like fix their lives. They're not here to just pretend that, they're friends with you, or they're not here to like think, oh, this guy's so relatable. They only just want to watch you if you're actually giving the advice that works for them. And most likely if you're watching this, you might be more of the customer side. You don't really care for any of this gay, weird internet relationship. You watch videos like this because you want to make more money. And of course you end up having some kind of endearment, some kind of, like maybe you like me and you think, oh yeah, Hamza's pretty nice, he makes these videos, whatever. But you wouldn't consider yourself a friend of mine because you know that would just be absurd. I don't know that you exist, and that wouldn't offend you. You would just think, oh yeah, well, yeah, this is common sense. Yeah, sure. The customers, since they're only looking for a result, when you offer a program, they will calculate an ROI and think, oh shit, I might actually buy that. It might work for me. Okay, I trust this guy. His videos have helped me for free, so fuck it, I'll buy it, right? If you're the type of customer viewer for me, you'll be thinking, damn, like his videos have helped me a lot with self-improvement. He has a self-improvement program he sells on his main channel I could go check out. He's got the business channel now. That's helped me a lot. I've already started the business model. I've learned a lot. And he's got a business program. Okay, if it seems like I'm going to get an ROI from it, then fuck it. I'll give it a try, right? That's what you'd be thinking. You wouldn't be thinking, oh, Hamza's got something to sell, so I don't like him. Because you'd be thinking, well, he's teaching me about business, so of course he's going to have his own business. It's very important you distinguish between the two types of viewers, because the big question is, which one do you want to actually attract? When you want to play the game of social media and get views and subscribers, there's just way more buddies in the world. So whenever you see someone popping off on the algorithm, you know what the weird thing is? 99% of that is just the buddies. It's the buddies who make up the big numbers, because you can make a fuck ton of money just getting like a couple thousand views per video. but you're selling to customers. Or you could be kind of like struggling financially, getting hundreds of thousands of views per video, but they're all buddies. I know lots of creators who are like that, who make virtually no money, but they get like hundreds of thousands of views. And you're probably thinking, yeah, but hundreds of thousands of views is still nice. Actually, no, because it becomes a pretty fucking headache when so many people know you, and you're getting the sort of negative consequences of social media, of checking the comments and all this. If you're doing this business model, you're violating your privacy. Make some fucking money from this, right? So the truth is, you want to attract the customers, but the problem is most people attract the buddies, and those buddies are the kinds of people who will attack you. And the buddies are the viewers who will attack you when you release a product. I think we've all seen it on the internet now. A creator releases a product and their own audience attacks them. And it's one of like the most painful experiences. Like, I can't tell you how sad I was when I saw comments from the same people who just like a week ago were saying, "You've changed my life forever. I was going to kill myself. Now I'm in the gym. I've got a relationship. I've gone into the gym. Like, you've helped me so much, Hamza." A week later, when I mentioned, like, I've got this program, it's $37. You could join. People like, "Oh, it was all about money. You scammer. Oh, it's a scammer." I'm like, what the fuck? What little loyalty these fucking people have. Because they're just like, their bodies, they're not very like intelligent, sophisticated people. The type of people who would be scared of buying something online with like their debit card or something, or they don't even own a fucking card or something like that. They're not very like advanced human beings. So attracting these people is not a very positive impact in your life. Like, sure, it can be nice to have like a higher view count or whatever, kind of like satisfies your ego, and it's a bit of maybe social validation, whatever. But let me just give you, please, please just take this advice. There's only one number you should be looking at in business. It's not the subscribers, the view count, or any of that. It's just how many sales and how much profit are you actually making. In this business model, it's so easy to start looking at views and thinking, "Oh, well, this video got views. Okay, sweet." But when you're getting views, most of the time, it is the buddies, and that's not going to help you make money. In fact, it might even make you less money, because those people will attack you, and then you'll get bad PR, and that will turn away some of the customers who will see, "Oh, this guy's maybe a scammer," when really it's not a scam. It's just the buddies feel scammed out of the relationship they were building. So do you see how accumulating buddies is not like this sort of like, "Oh, but it's kind of nice just having a bit more subscribers, so it's fine. It's not that bad." No, it is bad, because it will literally deter the customers. Then you should be asking, well, then how do you attract the customers? And there's a few strategies I want to tell you. Never ever go down the self-deprecating route. "Oh, I'm a loser like you guys. Yeah, I don't really know either." Never do that bullshit. Number two, never go down the fucking classical lie. So many influencers have made this mistake, even big ones. The lie of, "I've got nothing to sell you. Mwah! I'm a fucking pussy and I don't like entrepreneurship and money. I've got nothing to sell you guys." You've seen massive creators do this. What's interesting is it's always a fucking lie, because the same person who says, "I've got nothing to sell you," 1 to 2 years down the line realizes, "Oh shit, fucking personal branding makes a lot of money. Fuck it, I'm going to sell to these people." Some people have navigated that kind of transition very well, like Alex Hormozi's done that really well. But most people don't, and they crash and burn because they've promised their audience they're not going to sell anything. Then when they sell, it's like, it's double whammy. It's like, one, you're selling to the buddies, they fucking hate that. But two, you're selling to the buddies that you said that you weren't going to sell anything. Okay, fuck me. The reason why creators say this fucking sentence again is because it's like they're just trying to make the buddies feel all warm, like, "Don't worry guys, I'm not like those bad meanies who try and make money from this business. I'm a faggot like you guys. I'm a fucking little pussy as well. I don't want to make money. Money's not important, guys. Come on, mwah, mwah, mwah. Come here. I'm not like those other guys." It's just fucking cringe. What you're doing is you're appealing to like the fucking worst viewers possible. The ones who not just, they don't buy stuff. That's fine. People who don't buy stuff online is still fine. It's the ones who actively hate the people who are making money from their businesses. They expect all this shit to just be for free. You're appealing to them when you say like, "Oh, hey, come on, come over here, right? I've got nothing to sell you." So don't say that. In fact, confidently talk about your programs. Think about it. What's going to attract customers more? You having this kind of like scared personality where you're not mentioning the product you sell, or you having the big dick energy of you saying, "Yeah, I've got this product and it's a fucking steal. It's too cheap. It's fucking awesome. It's amazing. Here's one result. Here's another result. Here's how hard I worked on it." The buddies will get pissed off, but they weren't going to buy anyway. But the customer will see that and think, oh, wow, he's got confidence, he's got conviction in his product. So have so much conviction that you just mention your products all the time, that you think to yourself, yeah, there's fucking amazing knowledge in here. Like my business program that's linked below, we get like almost every day, there's another kid who's like, holy shit, I just made money online for the first time ever. This program works. Just follow Hamza's advice. Turn your brain off, guys, and just follow like the program that's inside of here. Every day we see that. So fuck yeah, I can have this big dick energy where I'm like, yeah, my program turns like young men into entrepreneurs, into educational content creators, and it's the best business model on the fucking planet. Top link in the description. Then for my self-improvement program, which is on my main channel, it's the one that I had behind me. I've put courses in there where I've learned over 10 years of trial and error and mistakes and hundreds of instances where, you know, I've been on dates and I've said the wrong thing or whatever, and I put in like the kind of juicy knowledge that is not available like anywhere else, and I've put it at such a low price point that I mention it in every video, because in my mind, you have to be a retard to not join my programs. You really have to be like mentally defunct to not give it a try. If I've already saved your life, changed your life, and you've not joined, it's like, oh, then there's something mentally wrong with you. There has to be. That's my belief, because it's got enough proof. It's a fucking great offer. It's a great program on a very like interesting kind of like business model, and the self-improvement ones as well. So it's like, yeah. And if you don't know me, then it's okay. Then I'm not saying you're a retard, but I've already changed your life, and you started the gym because of me, and you got on self-improvement because of me, and you know my advice works. You have to be fucking retarded to not join my programs. That's my mindset, right? So that's why I mention it every like video, because I don't want you to be a retard. I'm like, it's almost like my moral duty with conviction to mention my programs to you because of that level of belief. And here's the thing, if you're a buddy, you'd be pissed at what I've just said. You'd be so pissed. If you're a customer, you'd be thinking, oh yeah, well, logically that makes sense. If his free videos change my life, then yeah, why wouldn't I just go put in the card details, just fuck it, try it for a month, his paid program. He says it's going to be even better. Fuck it, I'll give it a try. If you're a bit more of a customer, you'd be thinking like that. So you've got to have this like level of arrogance. When you mention your program, don't do it in a sweetheart way. Yeah, link in the description, but you don't have to buy it if you don't want to. Fuck you. Don't fucking talk about it like a pussy. Talk about it like it's a fucking amazing deal, and the person's almost retarded not to consider it. And the final thing of attracting the customers is to make sure you are showing your level of authority and credibility, so that you speak not just about the program, but about yourself and, you know, the niche, the area of which your program is on, like the topic, of like almost to the level that you're boasting about it. You've got to have the confidence to say, like, let's say if I sell a fitness program, for me to say I've got a 10 out of 10 physique. Look, here's a picture of my physique, and it gets me 100 matches a day on Tinder, and I walk through the streets of Bali, and girls come up to me, girls fucking catcall me. My physique is fucking sick, and it's so attractive that girls will take pictures of me whilst I'm fucking them. Now, little buddies will get, they'll think that that's crazy, whatever. But the customer will think, holy shit, well, I want a physique like that. When you talk about your accomplishments, buddies will think it's boasting and they'll get pissed off at you. The customers will assume like, oh, well, yeah, he's got to tell me like if he has the result or not. This is why all the finance YouTubers, they will always show you screenshots, because those guys are pretty like good at like selling. They'll always show you screenshots of how much money they're making. Whether it's true or not, I don't know, but like they'll always show you that. Why? Because they need to show you some kind of proof. And the buddy viewers will get pissed off and say, oh, it's a lie. Oh, he's boasting. He's doing this. Oh, he's arrogant. Because they're evaluating this guy like a friend, thinking, oh, well, I don't want a friend who tells me that his physique is better than mine. But the customers need that. The customers need you in every video to hype up not just the accomplishment that you have, the achievement of on topic of the niche of your program, but also what it gets you. So that's why I always mention, like when I'm talking about my fitness program, I always mention that my physique is like 10 out of 10 and my pictures are 10 out of 10 and I get 100, 200 matches a day on Tinder. Girls lust for me. They talk about me. I've seen their group chats about me. They share my fucking pictures in their group chats. I'll be fucking a girl and she'll be saying like, yeah, all my friends want to fuck you as well, but don't fuck them. And yeah, they took a picture of you yesterday when you were at the pool. I'll tell these stories. Buddies will get pissed thinking, oh, this guy's so full of himself, but they just wanted a friendship, and I don't want to be friends with those fucking losers. I want the customers. The customers will be thinking, oh, yeah, like, fuck yeah, like, I want that to happen to me as well. Okay, this guy's got a fitness program. Let me see if it's worth it. So that final tip for you to attract customers, fucking boast about your accomplishments in every single video. Honestly, like, you should literally be thinking to yourself, yeah, I want to piss off those insecure little buddies who'll be angry at me saying, oh, he's so full of himself. You want to piss those people off. They were never going to watch. Never let them dictate the way that you'll speak in your videos. As an extra bonus point, please listen to this piece of advice for the love of God. Never ever read comments on your videos ever again. Never ever check the YouTube analytics ever again. If you just follow this advice, you'll make so much more money. When you look at the comments, when you look at the YouTube analytics, you'll start aligning naturally to who? To the buddies, because there's more of them. You'll see the video that gets more views, or you'll see the comment that's got a bunch of likes, like, oh, he's so authentic in this one, he's so humble. And you'll start acting like that, thinking, oh, well, you know, that's positive reinforcement. I'll start acting like that because I'll get more views. And you forget that the customers will see you being humble, and they'll get turned off, and they'll go and buy from someone who's got the big dick energy instead. Be very careful. You are not here to just get mindless fucking views and followers. You're here to make a fuck ton of money from this business model. And there's no metric, no YouTube comment that's going to help you with that. So be very careful. I literally have the comments kind of like blocked using like some random extension I found on Google Chrome. And I have disciplined myself over the last few years to not even look at or give a shit about the YouTube analytics, because I know it's all a fucking lie. There's videos that will not perform as at all. They'll get 10 out of 10 on the analytics, and you'll get way more sales from that video than the one that gets 1 out of 10. There's videos where you'll start arrogant as fuck and people will hate on it in the comments, and that video will give you way more sales. So never, like, literally spend 0 seconds for the rest of your YouTube career looking at any of the comments in there. I don't check them at all. Don't fall for that fucking lie, thinking that you've got to read the comments to be a good boy. Because really, what are you doing when you read the comments? And, you know, like creators always say that's like, yeah, I read all the comments. What are they doing? They're basically appealing to the fucking buddies, saying, hey guys, I know you're all fucking losers. I'm a loser, but I know you. Thanks for commenting. Mwah. I see your comments and I like it. Mwah. I read all the comments, guys. Customers don't give a fuck if you read the comments. They're like, is this guy credible? Is his program going to be worth it? Okay, I'll give it a try. They don't care for any of this gay little like parasocial relationship. Oh, he might reply to my comment. Customers often won't even leave comments. I'm telling you right now, like most of the people who buy my program, I have never seen them comment on my YouTube videos before. The people who comment all the time, the people who, like, you know, they've got this weird relationship, they're not buying your fucking program. So you responding to the comments, you know why that's powerful in a bad way? Because those guys will condition you, and they'll basically socially influence you to attract more of them. They'll tell you, hey, be more humble. Hey, don't talk about your achievements. Tell us more times that you've been a loser like us too. When you read those comments, you'll naturally get influenced by those comments. The final tip I want to give you is how do you get even more customers? So I've told you some of the personality traits you want to have, you know, the boastfulness, whatever. But there's a few more things you can do. Let's say that you've been running this business for a few months and you've actually started to get like a handful of customers. Let's say you've got like 20 customers. At that point, one of the best things you can do is talk to your customers, not to the viewers. Because when you really think about it, what are you trying to get more of? All of us think we're trying to get more viewers, but actually we're trying to get more customers. When you get a good amount of customers, not just a handful, because obviously you might get some like outliers, whatever. You might get a customer who's just kind of random and he tells you that he likes some random video, whatever. But when you've got about 20, that's when I want you to start interviewing your customers, going on calls with them, sending them messages. You know, you've made the program, like I've explained loads of times. It's like just make a fucking low ticket course. Basically, top thing in the description is my program where I walk you through this business model of being an educational content creator. I recommend you just join it and just fucking let me help you with this business model. And when you've got about 20 customers, that's when it's so valuable for you to start speaking to them, DM them, text them, ask them questions like, why did you join? In fact, I'll read you out my 7 questions that I wrote down. Actually, I'll read you these out. So these are the questions that I think are worth asking your customers. Number 1, who were you before you found my videos? Number 2, who do you know who's like that now. So the first question was like, okay, what kind of person were you before you found my content? And then question 2 is like, who else in your life is like that right now? Question number 3, what's something he has complained about recently to you? So now we're getting a better understanding of the kind of person we're trying to attract. We're not just trying to attract this guy, we're trying to attract his friend who is like him, and we're trying to figure out what exactly we can say to that new person to get new viewers who are like our customer. Question number 4, you bought my program. Why do you trust me enough to buy a product from me? Question number 5, what almost stopped you from buying? Question 6, what could I have said to make you buy faster? And question 7, I've just got one which is like specific to my program, which is like, what's stopping you from cross-selling to my other program? Asking about like an upsell, whatever. So question 7 is just specific about your program. But those 7 questions, half of them will help you find new viewers, because you're asking this customer, okay, who else is like you, who I haven't appealed to yet? What could I say to appeal to him? And then the other 3 questions are questions which are like, okay, well, once I've got, new followers who are potentially customers, what can I say to actually get this, like, secure the sale? Ask your customers those questions, whether it's in a DM or a Google form or a call, and it's one of the highest leverage uses of your time. But just be careful. Do not do this when you've got less than like 10 customers, because you'll get some outliers. Like I had a kid who asked me, and he was like, oh, one of my customers said he likes this type of video or something. And I said to him, like, are you retarded? One person told you something that's completely different. It's obviously a fucking outlier. So just be careful. Don't hinge all of your business on just the advice that 1 or 2 people give you. But when you've got like 20 customers, 50 customers over the next few months, that's when this is really valuable. That's when you can kind of like quantify the data, you can spot the trends, and you realize, oh, okay, like a bunch of my customers told me that they were scared of buying from me, like they almost didn't buy from me because of X. So I should maybe mention that thing in the sales letter or whatever, or in my videos. I should establish myself in the certain way that's going to get me the sale. So if you just do that, if you appeal to the customers, and when you find enough customers, they've bought your program, you interview them, you speak to them more, so you learn how to attract them even more, you'll have an awesome business. And that top link in the description is literally my step-by-step process where I walk you through this on how to get real customers in your educational content creator business. So go and join that right now.